Welcome everybody to this session. We're delighted to have Emily Harris with us from Bright Horizons. Emily's going to be talking about the university's work and family space. So please, if you have any questions, do post them in the chat and we'll pick those up later on. So many thanks, Emily. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Beverly. So hello, everybody. As Beverly said, I am from Bright Horizons. So my name is Emily Harris, and I manage Bright Horizons' relationship with the University of Oxford. And we have had a relationship with the University of Oxford, probably for about 15 years now. And you might have heard us because we provide nursery services for the university. But what we also do is provide an online platform for the university, which is called the Work+Family Space. And this platform is really to provide holistic support to university staff to help with employee wellbeing. So basically, as a University of Oxford employee, you have login details, which then enable you to access kind of a wealth of information and resources to help you both in your personal and professional life. If you have dependents, whether they're children or adults, if you're early on in your career or already established in your career, there's hopefully something there for everybody, really. The platform's been available to university employees since 2017. We've got about 1,000 users of the platform at the moment, with almost 7,000 visits to the platform last year. So it's a resource that I think is well used, amongst the university population. So Lucy, if you could go to the next slide, please. Lovely, thank you. So this slide really just gives you an overview of what the Work+Family Space offers. So as I mentioned, it really does offer something for everybody. So whether you're, just started your career, whether you're established in your career, whether you're experiencing challenges at work or in your personal life, this resource is really there to help you. There's a range of resources. So resources and support would include our Speak to an Expert service, a range of webinars, which are both live and recorded, a number of insider guides. So, different resources in different formats to help you. In addition, the platform also enables you to search for care, whether that's for adults or children, also access support with tutoring, and also a range of discounts as well. It's very quick and easy to register. So literally there's a university URL, which I'll share at the end of the session. And then you just create your own account using your login details. So Lucy, if we could go to the next slide, I'm just going to talk in a bit more detail about how the platform works. So when you register, you're basically given the opportunity to populate a section about yourself. And that can be work and you, which is really suitable for everybody. So it's really there to kind of help with things like, managing work-life balance, managing your well-being, supporting you in your career. So that their work and you is kind of the basic kind of entry level, if you like, of the platform. But in addition, if you have caring responsibilities, there are resources there for you too. So when you first register, you're given the option to identify which of those life stages that you're at. So, if you have children, then you can indicate the age of those children, whether they're teenagers or school agers. If you're potentially responsible for an adult, whether that's a child who has become an adult or an elderly relative, for instance, then you could indicate that there. And the reason we do this is that it enables us to tailor content. So we regularly send out information, so newsletters, webinars, blog posts, and by indicating what life stage you're at, it enables us to ensure that the content you receive is really tailored to your life stage. Okay, so Lucy, if we could go to the next slide, please. I'm just going to talk in a bit more detail about, some of the services that are available that you may be interested in using. A really popular service we offer is Speak to an Expert. And what the platform offers, it offers you the opportunity to book a session with an expert in a particular topic. So what you would do is you would, on the platform, you'd kind of click on speak to an expert, and then somebody would contact you to arrange a time to speak with you. When you make your inquiry, you identify what your what your concern is, what your challenge is, or if you want some advice on a particular topic, and then a one-to-one call is scheduled with an expert in that particular topic area to really give you advice and help. So you have the opportunity to talk about the challenge you might be experiencing, and be given practical strategies to help you kind of respond to that situation. And yeah, we've had really positive feedback on the service from University of Oxford employees. So an overwhelming majority of people were really satisfied with the service. And I popped some quotes up there on the slide so that you can see, that how the service really has been valued by employees. The Speak to an Expert service can be on a range of matters. It can be, if you're experiencing stress, if you want to try and navigate the kind of domestic responsibilities in your household, if you are trying to balance caring responsibilities with working, if you have dependents that you want to support or that you're going to need to support and want some advice about that. Or if you have parenting queries, so for example, if you're potty training a young child, if your teens, if you're trying to manage your relationship with a teen, so yeah, a whole range of topics. And I think it's great because it really provides a personalized service, and it's confidential as well. So if we could go to the next slide, please, Lucy. So we have a range of webinars that we provide, which are free of charge. They all run during the working week over a lunchtime, and they can be attended live, or you can listen to a recording, after the event. So you can see on the slide that we're sharing at the moment, every month we have a webinar topic. So I think the next one that's coming up is next week, which is on avoiding burnout and the neuroscience of stress management. So those webinars are all available to university employees to attend. And you just need to, on the Work and Family Space, the webinars are usually posted on the homepage, or you can just search for webinars and there'll be a link that you can click on to register and join. And if you register, if you're not able to attend on the day, then you can also listen to the webinar recording, because the webinar recordings are shared afterwards. But a good range of topics, really. We've got coping with grief and loss coming up in June. In July, we've got one about talking to children and young people about current affairs. I think this was really prompted by some of the stories in the news, like around Black Lives Matter and the Sarah Everard case. Separation and divorce, managing work-life boundaries, which I think have been it's been a challenge for all of us over this last year with working from home, and then another session on insights for new and expectant parents. So all of those webinars are actually available on the platform for you to listen to if they're previous to May. We also did a COVID webinar series as well, where those webinars are available to listen to as recordings on the site. Okay, so next slide, please, Lucy. Thank you. So what this section really now kind of refers to the resources that we have available. So those resources include insider guides, which are booklets that you can download from the website free of charge, that are around specific topics. So for instance, if you want to kind of manage your work-life balance, you can find guides for that. If you're thinking about becoming a parent, then there's information about that. If you want to, for example, if you're thinking about employing a nanny, for instance, then you can find interview questions and understand kind of employment implications of having a nanny. Or if you have an adult in your family who is going to need ongoing care, you can find information about finding care for adults, the financial implications, those sorts of things. The On Our Mind section is really kind of more personal kind of stories from people. So mainly blogs and articles written by individuals who have direct experience of particular kind of either challenges or have experiences they want to share. You know, so there's a number of blogs really around caring and parenting, but also around mental health, coping with illness, like cancer, for instance, supporting adults potentially with dementia. So, you know, the Insider Guides are kind of more practical, kind of practical advice and tips, whereas the On Our Minds is kind of personal experience, which I think sometimes can be helpful if you're, you know, going through, you know, a challenging time, or want to know how to respond to a particular situation in your life, or how others have responded to the same situation. And then the Education Spotlight, we have a range of relationships with a number of providers who provide tutoring. And I know certainly some of our employees who have these services have kind of raised concern about their children's kind of academic kind of progress as a consequence of, you know, being absent from school or not around their peers. So we offer a range of tutoring services that are available for children of all ages, all the way through to supporting with university entry. So that's another resource that's available to you as a University of Oxford employee. So next slide, please, Lucy, if that's okay. So if you want to register for the Work and Family Space, it is the details are shown up there. So it's a URL, www.myfamilycare.co.uk/Oxford. You need to have your single sign-on number and your employee ID handy when you register. And we also have an app, and it's called BUC, which stands for Backup Care Booker. The university does offer backup care, but it's not subsidised by the university. So really the majority of our, well, all of our kind of enrolment in the platform is with the Work and Family Space, which is what I've just talked to you about this morning. So yes, if anyone's got any questions, I think that's the end of the slides. If anybody would like to ask questions, please go ahead. I do actually have my version of the Work and Family Space online, if anyone would like me to just show you what it looks like and how you navigate around it. But if not, that's also fine. Do we have any questions coming through?
Not seeing any questions at the moment. Thank you very much, Emily. That's it's an excellent resource, so thank you. It's been really informative. Just to let everybody know, this talk has been recorded and it will be uploaded onto the MPLS website. So if you want to go back to it, Emily, is it okay for us to share your slides as well? We can circulate those to everybody.
Definitely.
That's excellent.
Yes.
So we can circulate those to everybody who's attended this session. I'm not actually seeing any questions coming through. So we will circulate the slides, and also you can also find out about Work and Family Spaces on the HR, the main HR webpage for the university under information for staff, and then there's a whole section there about work-life balance. So I'll just give it another minute in case anybody's got any final last-minute questions.
Thank you, Beverly. And just while you know, while people are thinking about whether they have any questions, you know, it's one of those things where I think if you register and go on and kind of play around, just explore the site a little bit and just navigate and see, you know, where the information is. It's very user friendly and easy to use. So yeah, if you want to have a look at it, I'd recommend it. And equally, you know, if you do have colleagues or managers who might find the resource useful, you know, do share it with them as well. It's there to support you. Looks like we might have a question.
We've just had one comment, really, just to say no comments, because it was a really comprehensive overview. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And then again, not a question, but just want to say thanks for this helpful overview, especially about the helpful webinars. So that's really useful to know. So thank you, Emily.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Great. Thanks for joining us and have a good week, everybody.